Welcome to Glass Garden. We're going to check out my shrimp tank today, and we're going to break down what I do to successfully breed cherry shrimp, or if you just want to keep them alive as like a pet, you don't even want to breed them, this is a good way to go about it, because if they're breeding, they're happy. So as we come in my fish room here, that's my shrimp tank. So this is a 10-gallon tank. You don't need a huge tank. I got this tank, I think, for $20. So this is a super budget build. I mean, it doesn't cost a lot of money to build this. This is a kit that I got. I'm even using the kit filter, and I'm going to show you the modification I did to it. But see, I don't recommend these filters usually, but it's what came with it, so why not use it, right? So if we take a look down here, you can see I threw some food in here before I was filming this video, so you guys can really get an idea of all the shrimp breeding that's going on in here. These are all adolescent shrimp. These aren't the big mamas that I usually have. These are the big mamas. So there's one of them, but you can see all the shrimp I have in this tank. So let's break it down on what exactly I do to this tank. So starting from the ground, we have a 10-gallon just cheap kit tank, whatever you can get. You can even buy one on Facebook if you want to. I did buy some aqua soil. So this is Fluval stratum. I actually think I have some right here. So this is what I used in there. It's nothing special. You can get it at Petco. And then if you're not familiar with the nitrogen cycle, I will be posting a long form video explaining the nitrogen cycle for any newcomers here. But basically I keep a lot of plants in here to help keep my water stable. So what shrimp care about is stability. They can live in high pH water, low pH water, you know, but they like calcium, I've noticed, for molting, and they like stability. Temperature, water parameters, they don't like change. That can stress them out, make them molt, or just kill them. So the plants we have in here, as you can see, I'm carpeting out some dwarf hairgrass. Then I put some crypts in here. We have some java fern, and then we got some pennywort. And then you can see this big ball of roots. The shrimp actually love this ball of roots. They hang out on it a lot. Let's see. I mean, you can see they just always are on the roots, picking off mold. You know, bacteria grows on that. And as you can see, my pothos, because these roots actually lead to this house plant that I grow out of my tanks, which will be another video in the future. You can see it's actually made contact with the substrate at this point in multiple different areas. So I might trim that back because I don't necessarily want that, but it helps keep my tank water clean. So when you have a full cycled aquarium, you produce what they call nitrates. And that's what you remove out of your tank, whether you do water changes or you have plants, because it's plant food. So I chose to go the plant route. I like heavy planted tanks. I don't like doing water changes if I don't have to. I do them sometimes. Doo-doo. I just said doo-doo. But this is one of the keys right here. This is an aquarium hack. This thing keeps my tank so clean and healthy. And next, I just added some lava rocks so they could go in and out as they please, hide if they want to breed. You know, there's a lot of little crevices around. We added some pennywort in the back. So I kind of aquascaped it so I could enjoy it, as well as created hiding spots for them so they can enjoy it, right? Best of both worlds. The main important thing is the filter. So we're going to go to the filter next. So like I said, I'm using one of the really cheap filters with, I don't know, I don't like those, the pre-made sponge things. But what I did was in the back here, I added a sponge right here over the inlet. So if the shrimp do breed, none of the baby shrimp will get sucked up and it's going to just be okay. And on top of that, so I could give them their calcium like I was talking about, I'll show you the hack on how I produce calcium in the tank for them. So if you can see the filter, you're probably wondering, what's this bag back here? Well, this is actually crushed coral in just a little bag that I found on Amazon. And what that does is it slowly breaks down and releases calcium in the water. So when they molt, like for instance, when this female is ready to give birth, she's gonna molt because she needs to get big before she gets pregnant, right? You can see all the stuff floating around from the coral, but it helps them molt and it helps them have strong shells. So yes, that is like probably one of the most important things is the filter. And I just found the calcium really, really helps them. Other than that, I use a pretty simple light for the plants. This is just a really cheap clip-on Aqueon light. I've actually upgraded from this. I'm going to start upgrading from these lights to a different light. If you're curious about the light, go ahead and drop it in the comments. I can tell you what light I'm going to be using. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward, guys. And then as well, along with the shrimp, I also breed these ram's horn snails. And I just really like the way they look. I mean, look how vibrant they get. So these are like the ideal breeding that I'm trying to do. But sometimes I get some dark ones, but that's okay. I like all the snails. Like, here's a good example. We're getting a ride here, but that one's pretty low quality, but this one's pretty high quality. I would say other side notes, don't mind the detritus. This is for a future video, so I'm purposely letting detritus build up in here. And it's actually kind of hard because this duckweed is really taking over. So I don't know if it's going to keep going or just dissipate, but we'll see. So let's talk about feeding. So I feed once a day. And even the instructions on my shrimp food, this is the shrimp food I use. It says to feed them once a week. But I'm purposely trying to get them to breed, right? And I don't care if the snails multiply. I want them all to multiply. So that's why I feed once a day, excuse me. But the water stays clean, and that's the most important thing. So I just keep an eye on the nitrates. But the plants in there help me do that. So it's all good. So yes, I feed once a day. I just crush up a little, I put it in here and I crush it up with, this is my toothbrush, but with the end of it, you can see how smushed it is at this point. And that's basically it. Other than that, the water quality stays good. That's the main thing I would say. I don't clean the tank at all. And as you saw from the previous video, or the previous clip, I should say, it's a spotless tank. Like, I don't clean it, the plants clean it for me. And that's what I try to get across to people is you want your plants to clean your tank for you. If you have a well-balanced tank, you shouldn't need to clean it on a regular basis. Maybe little bits here and there, but you shouldn't be getting algae. If your water quality is good, you should be good. We want a balanced, healthy tank. A balanced tank equals healthy fish. Healthy fish, healthy shrimp equal breeding and just living their life, right? If you personally keep shrimp, shoot a comment down below. Let me know how you keep your tank setups. And if you're new, I would say give this a shot because I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I have had success. I mean, I started with 8 cherry shrimp and now I have over 100. So I do have some success, but I'm not a professional. This is just how I do things.